What is up YouTube, it's Merkshot here and welcome to a brand new video. I'm excited to finally be able to bring you guys some Black Ops 4 gameplay. Yes, after months and months of anticipation, we finally get our hands on Black Ops 4. And so I know you're probably wondering, is the game good, or is the beta good at least? You know, how is it playing? Does it look like it does on screen? And I want to address all that in this video. So the very first thing that comes to mind after the first couple games that I've played of Black Ops 4 is that this game is alien. And I mean that in the sense of it's somewhat familiar, but very strange. And I've never seen any Call of Duty like this. I'm surprised that Black Ops 4 was able to, I guess, provide a unique gameplay experience. Contrary to all my previous kind of, I guess, thoughts and stuff of how it looked like just on screen without any playtime, I thought it was going to be a Black Ops 3 reskin. And even though I'm sure it still probably looks like that to most and to many, the actual feel of the game once you're in there playing around, I mean, it has a little bit of a Black Ops 2 vibe, maybe because that was the last futuristic game that was entirely boots on the ground. But, I mean, it's not entirely Black Ops 2. It doesn't feel like a Black Ops 2 game, but you somewhat get that vibe. You know, Black Ops 4 is this alien. It's the best thing that I can describe it. I've never seen anything like it in Call of Duty. And with that, I guess, comes a huge learning curve. A learning curve that I'm having to try to get around, because I'm telling you, it is difficult. The very first game that I got into, I was culture shocked. I could not believe what was happening to me. I mean, I felt like they were mopping the floor with me, and I was like, what is this? Is this Call of Duty, or did I just hop in a foreign franchise that I'm just unfamiliar with? I mean, because last time I checked, I'm actually good at Call of Duty. Not to brag, but you know, I've spent years playing Call of Duty since COD 4, so it was kind of a culture shock for me to feel, you know, inferior. And so as I got to play it, I feel like I've gotten a lot better since first playing, but nowhere near the level that I play at World War II or in Infinite Warfare or any of the other games, Black Ops 3. Not to that level just yet. And so 2 hours into the beta, and like I said, I've yet to really master it. And that's to be expected because, you know, with any new big game mechanic changes, you're going to, like I said, have that learning curve. And if it's 2 hours, ain't that much time to really have to conquer anything. So it's one of these things where I think a good week's time I should be able to hopefully get back to pub stomping. But right now the lobbies, the player base in the lobbies is a sweat fest. If you think World War II was a sweat fest, then you guys don't even want to begin to see Black Ops 4. I honest to God feel like I'm playing a MLG Game Battles match. I mean, they need to pay me. I mean, I need to check right now for having to play through sweaty lobbies. I've been playing MLG Pro level. I feel like it's just every gunfight you have to work so hard to get the kill, and then sometimes you die. It seems like BS because of new health mechanics. I'll go into that in a little bit, but I mean, it's just shoot first, die first, get a kill, die instantly, or it's kind of tricky too because you'll sometimes shoot someone and it looks like you've gotten the kill because they'll say plus 100, but it's really an assist. So if you look down on the kill feed, you're like, oh, I really didn't get that kill after all, and you want that kill. No matter if you get the points as if it was a kill, at the end of the day, I want that kill. And so I don't know, sometimes I just get on a death streak. You know, I don't know if you guys may not have had the same experience. You can jump in Black Ops 4 and do great. But like I said, coming from a veteran Call of Duty player, it was something that I'm going to have to get used to. This whole game mechanic is completely foreign to me, but I think it's a good thing. It changes up Call of Duty. It gives me something to work towards and to continue to master and to rise to the occasion. And I think we can do that. As a Call of Duty community, if anyone says that it's hard or difficult or whatever, I do think that over time most people are going to get better at the game. But will the lobbies get to where you can pub stomp? I don't know. Like, you know, right now the beta, I think all the tryhards are in the beta. It has to be because, like I said, I feel like I'm playing pros. Every gunfight, you got to like almost pre-aim. That's how bad it's gotten, or that's how bad it is. Just running around carelessly, you're going to pay. You're going to absolutely get killed on the spot. And I don't see how people use assault rifles just yet. I've been using SMGs. I've been kind of staying to the SMG category. And even with SMGs, I feel like, you know, my reaction time is somewhat slower as far as the animation. You know, kind of hurry up and, oh, I found someone. And before you know it, either I'm, you know, shooting them and luckily get the kill, or somehow I die. But yeah, it's just a whole lot of running around, shoot, you know, get a kill, die, die a couple more times, get a kill, die. There's no streaks to be had. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've had a couple games where I got the max kill streak. I got like the TAC helicopter, but you know, it's not something that I'm continually feeling like I'm able to just go on these massive streaks like I normally do. So all that to say, it's one of these games where it's a sweat fest, and just be prepared to get in these lobbies to where you're gonna have to try 110%, or you're gonna pay for it. So on to this new health mechanic that they have in Black Ops 4. So I want to elaborate. I think a majority of my complaints so far in Black Ops 4 has to do with this new health system. It's not that I forget to manually heal myself. That's honestly become second nature. I mean, I see what people were saying. It's not that big of a learning curve to remember to use the stem shot. However, you know, it can kind of get crazy at times because you're having to reload your gun, use the stem shot, all in a couple seconds because, you know, shoot, milliseconds, because in Call of Duty, every second matters, and it just doesn't feel like sometimes there's enough time to do everything because you got to shoot, reload, you know, use that stem shot, and after every gunfight, you're going to have to use that stem shot. Because if you don't have 100% health, 150, I guess, points of health, but I would say 100% health, you're probably going to die in that gunfight, because like I said, as it feels right now, 150 points is not enough. The enemy teams feels like a sponge. I'm shooting them and they're just soaking all my bullets in, and meanwhile I'm playing my health bars on hardcore. That's honestly, I can't tell you the number of times where I would shoot first and someone's going around a corner and they just have a little smidgen of health, and then what they'll do is they'll use their stim pack, so all of a sudden they'll regenerate their health really quickly and they'll jump back out unexpectedly and they'll get me. And I'm not used to that. It's one of these things where I'm so used to, you know, I have a couple seconds to be able to rush and not really be technical about it because I know they're weak. They're very wounded, and I don't have to really be, you know, I don't have to be as accurate. No, you have to be accurate now, because all they have to do is they just need that second behind cover, because if you let them go out of your sight, it's over for you. Most likely, the gunfight resets, and basically you just have to re-strategize. So moving on really quickly, I want to skim over some different things that I've also noticed with my time playing Black Ops 4, and that's the Scorestreaks value. I mean, I think they are pretty good. I can't really comment too much on them. Like I said, I don't get them that often, or I haven't got them that often in Black Ops 4, but when I did, they seem to put it into work. I mean, the attack helicopter or chopper or whatever does good, but not superb. Like I said, I can't speak to too many of the streaks because I haven't earned each of them yet, but they seem decent on the surface. But the next thing I want to get into is the minimap. This new fog of war mechanic that they implemented, I know it's going to be another complaint, but really quickly, it's so messed up. I don't know why they're doing that. It's kind of hard to decipher what the minimap is saying. I have a hard time reading it. I really wish they would do away with the fog of war. So outside of that, I mean, those are the only two other things I wanted to talk about. Scorestreaks values seem alright, nothing much there, nothing special on the surface, and minimap is completely messed up and has gotten me killed and costed me more than I would like to admit. So all in all, Black Ops 4 has been a fun game thus far. I think it's a unique gameplay experience, something that you won't find in any other Call of Duty, especially for a boots on the ground game. So let me know what you guys are thinking thus far. If you got a chance to play Black Ops 4, are you liking it? Are you loving it? Do you hate it? Let me all know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.